These are the 10 best zones in Classic World of Warcraft. Let's get started, shall we? That's right, everybody. Let us start this thing off with everybody's favorite love/hate relationship zone, the Barrens. Now, to be fair, okay, there is a lot of cons when it comes to this zone. Long runs, low drop rate quests, the color scheme for some goblins. But the Barrens isn't a zone long remembered for no reason. This is the Horde zone in World of Warcraft, where players will spend a huge majority of their time leveling up in the early game from levels 10 to 25 or whatever, roughly. So the zone is pretty much burned into every classic Horde leveler's brain. Questing like finding Mancrick's wife have spawned countless memes, Wailing Caverns is a delightful yet confusing mess of a dungeon, RFK and RFD lie in the south hidden among the thistles and thorns. The Barrens truly has a scale to it that is unmatched in regards to WoW zones, and don't get me started on the general chat. Give a few hundred bored as sin Horde players a general chat to play in, and you are in for the most divisive, hateful, disgusting, and borderline insane chat space imaginable. And it's freaking amazing. And that's why the Barrens is on this list. Because yeah, staring at this dusty, barren wasteland for 36 hours while leveling up, it does make you want to smash your testicles with a hammer, but damn, you gotta admit, this zone certainly has some good memories attached to it. Number 9. Darkshore. Do you love the idea of playing in a zone where one small mistake means certain death in a death run that takes way too damn long because Blizzard only put one graveyard in the frickin' zone? Then you're gonna love Darkshore, dude. And you know what? People certainly do. In a painful sort of way. Darkshore is like that ex-girlfriend of yours, dude, who carried with her red flag after red flag, but damn, she gave some good head in the Chick-fil-A bathroom. So you didn't care. Darkshore is a zone of super long runs, one graveyard, overpacked mobs, quests that continue the unoriginal Teldrassil legacy of killing every single woodland creature you encounter. Darkshore is just a giant pain in the ass to level in sometimes, especially when you're alone, and you have to fight these damn Naga that love to heal themselves to full health, or fighting these cultists who put curses on you that give you a chance to heal them with every one of your attacks. But damn, that's what makes Darkshore so good. You go from the starting zones of the Alliance Classic, places of relative relaxation, to this depressing horror of a zone. I think for Alliance players, this is the zone that begins to really introduce them to the fact that this game world isn't all green forests like Elwyn, cozy snow mountains, or happy enchanted forests. This is the World of Warcraft, fellas, and sometimes it's dark, gloomy, and it can be a pain in the ass, and Darkshore is awesome for that reason. It also helps that Darkshore has a really toxic general chat. Toxic general chats, like in the Barrens, always a lot of fun. Number 8. Loch Modan. Remember when I said that Darkshore is like a red flag waving girlfriend who gives mad head? Well, Loch Modan is pretty much the opposite. It's a green flag waving delight who can only do missionary because her Baptist church taught her that doggy style is a sin. Listen, the zone is absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous even, with its large lake, its cozy dwarven homes and hearths, lovely mountains and so on. Damn son, but beneath that beauty lies a sinister secret. And that's the fact that Loch Modan don't really have that many quests in it, unfortunately. Which isn't a surprise. I mean, look at this map, dude. The whole zone is a giant frickin' lake. So that's the good and the bad of this questing zone. Sure, you get one of the best looking places in WoW, but the Blizzard developers decided to only put a small handful of quests here, meaning that soon enough, the Dwarven Mountaineers are gonna give you a swift kick in your ammo pouch and send you across the sea to Darkshore. Regardless though, Loch Modan is a beloved zone, and one that is certainly fun to quest in, because the quests that are here are fantastic. Killing trogs, descending into caves and abandoned mines, fighting amongst the ruins of ancient Titan architecture. It's great, dude. Loch Modan truly is special. Number 7. Hillsbrad Foothills. So here's the thing with Hillsbrad Foothills. It's not a leveling zone. In fact, this is one of those strange zones that exist in WoW that do not contribute at all to your experience bar. Now sure, you could argue that there are some quests that you can do here or there, but nobody does them, and all the NPCs are ignored. And why? Because world PvP, that's why. That's right, you don't go to Hillsbrad to level up like some sort of pussy. Instead, you plant your banner for the Horde of the Alliance and you fight for control of this zone with all the ferocity that your heart can muster. Armies have waged countless battles among these trees and green grasses. The bones of thousands, if not tens of thousands of dead heroes are lying beneath your feet as you tread upon this sacred ground. And are you gonna join them? Ho? You gonna join them in the cold iron earth? Or will you stand triumphant over your enemies? I wonder. Hillspread Foothills is a zone with its own unique vibe due to the massive world PvP that has occurred within its borders, and that is why it is one of the best zones in Classic WoW. Unless, of course, you play on a PvE server, in which case Hillspread Foothills is just a half-decent leveling zone with nothing really special about it other than the Hillspread Farms questline if you're Horde. Anyway, number 6, the Western Plaguelands. This zone is the equivalent of a hot goth girlfriend with tits the size of the Dalaran Bubble and Ultric Mountains. Dark, mysterious, depressing to look at first, yet containing within a sweet honey that is a delight to sip. Western Plaguelands is a zone packed with tons of lore due to how this is a land where so much of Warcraft 3 takes place. It's the ruined kingdom of Lordaeron, everybody, so you can expect lots of Warcraft 3 vibes while here. Undead necromancers, haunted farms, and ruined towers. Guys, everybody's favorite holiday is Halloween. We can all agree with that. And if Halloween had a zone, it would be this one, or perhaps the next one on the list. I'll let you all decide. But the point is, Eastern Plaguelands is just so much fun to play in if you're even the slightest fan of Arthas and the Scourge. And even if you're not, you still get a kick-ass zone filled with brain-eating undead, and even a haunted school of necromancers located on a cursed island in the center of a plagued lake. I mean, how cool is that? Number 5, Duskwood. Humans get a lot of amazing zones in Classic WoW for whatever reason, but Duskwood is by far the best of them all. And it isn't just because I'm a big fan of, spooky themed places, but because Duskwood is genuinely an incredible zone to level in. So first, you gotta understand that most of the human early experience in the beginning, you're just pretty much in happy green forests, beautiful red mountains with a lovely lake, or just a warm farmland full of flowing golden wheat, and then suddenly, you're thrown into Duskwood. It's haunted, terrifying, there's undead everywhere, scary eyes are looking at you from inside the bushes as you travel down the road. This zone is such a sudden shift in the tone of the human experience that it's incredibly memorable. But that's not all, because contained within Duskwood is an incredible questing experience that is too good to pass up. Dude, you're unraveling the mystery of the Worgen in the zone, the Scythe of Elune. You're discovering the giant laboratory under Raven Hill Cemetery, the Stitches questline, guys, to attack Darkshire with a huge abomination. This zone was like Blizzard's creativity at their best in terms of quest design back in 2004. And I just feel sorry that the Horde doesn't really get a zone this good while leveling up. But who cares, right? Because screw Horde. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. I know. Number 4. Elwyn Forest. There are many people out there that would argue that Elwyn Forest is the best zone in World of Warcraft, and I can certainly understand why, although I do disagree. And as a YouTuber, we all know that my opinion holds more weight, just because I took the time to edit this video while sitting in my underwear one Saturday afternoon. On a serious note though, Elwyn Forest, it's a damn good zone. Like, damn. It's a damn good zone. First of all, you have this classic fantasy experience of being a human defender of your kingdom, swinging your sword against all manner of foes. Bandits, annoying rat men who are stealing all the local gold from the mine, rogue wizards, bears, wolves, even mutant fish monsters that will gang up on you if you get too close. And then, of course, there's the quest that it all leads to. A final showdown with the most vile of all beings in Azeroth, Hogger the Defiler. After all that questing, getting new abilities, new gear, leveling up your professions, it all leads to this final showdown quest that you can't help but love. It's almost as if once you've defeated Hogger, you've defeated the whole of the zone and you have earned the right to move on to Westfall. You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe that Elwyn Forest gives me. I'll say this, I've leveled up many humans in my day in World of Warcraft and I'm still not bored of Elwyn Forest. Are you guys? I don't think so. Number 3, Ashenvale. All right, okay, like how the heck could I put Ashenvale over Elwyn Forest, you might be wondering. Calm down, right, relax, and I'll tell you. One word, Night Elves and PvP. Look, the game is called World of Warcraft, everybody, and that means the war element does contribute to what zones are considered the best in the game, right? And Ashenvale, dude, prepare to have your anus turned completely inside out repeatedly because this zone is gonna humble you real fast. You're gonna venture out into it. You're gonna expect it to just be another forest to quest through. You know, fairies and little elves hopping among like, the tree branches and all that BS. But what you're gonna quickly discover is that Ashenvale is more akin to a frickin' meat grinder. Skeletons are gonna litter the roads. Astronarn's Splinter Tree outpost is regularly gonna come under attack by the Horde and the Alliance. And the beach, the Zoram Strand, you might as well kiss your anus goodbye, my friend, because the amount of world PvP that happens on this beach is insane. In my opinion, this zone is the World of Warcraft zone. All the races of Azeroth pitted against each other while demons and cultists are working in the shadows. It's fantastic. But outside of PvP though, Ashenvale does have some pretty incredible exploration going for it, as well as some fun quests that involve demons. Who doesn't love to kill demons? Any Diablo players watching this video, raise your hands. And Black Fathom Deeps, guys, look, there's a reason Blizzard chose this dungeon to become a raid in Season of Discovery, because it is freaking awesome. Number 2. Dunmoreau. Elwyn Forest might be nice, but is it cozy? Maybe a little bit, but not as cozy as Dunmoreau. It's the coziest. If you're somebody playing for immersion like me, then this starting zone is one of the best due to the frigid mountains, the iconic soundtracks, the adventurous quests. In fact, I would say that in terms of adventure, in quotes, the dwarves do it pretty good. One second you're gathering tools, the next you're off to find some giant troll-filled cave, you're ascending a mountain to kill some elite yeti, you're clearing out a mine that's been overtaken by trogs. Dude, these dwarf quests don't mess around. You're not just running around killing bears. You know, you're getting work done. These guys are tough little fellas along with their gnome counterparts, and the best part is, after all this adventuring is over, you get to go back to Karanos for a nice hot chocolate or a heavy pint of beer. In Dunmoreau, it's Christmas every day, kids. And that's why I think Dunmoreau is just so good. Great quests, great visuals, great soundtrack, an incredible capital city to discover once you decide to venture up into the mountain. But there's one zone that I admit that I feel is better than all these zones put together. Even better than the zone equivalent of a hot goth girlfriend with giant milkers. But before I tell you, I just need to say 2 quick things. Number 1, check out World of Warcraft's ultimate add-on, Zygor, this channel's sponsor, linked down below in the description. And 2, if you've enjoyed the video so far, do me a favor, hit the like button. So are you ready for number 1? Here it is. Number 1, Tirisfal Glades. That's right. It's Tirisfal Glades, the zone that has absolutely everything going for it. Let me explain. Did you play Warcraft 3 before World of Warcraft came out? Are you a fan of this strategy game and you want a zone that invokes those Scourge and Arthas vibes? Well, this is it. You want awesome quests about fighting against mindless undead, overly zealot crusaders who want to kill everyone on sight, or descending down into a crypt that's absolutely guaranteed to wreck you unless you're in a 3-person group? Well, you got that too. You want an awesome looking landscape? Tirisfal has it, so long as you're into haunted looking places like I am. What can I say? I'm a sucker for dark forests. And if you want a capital city that when you first discover it, your mind is guaranteed to be blown, this is it, man. Who could forget going down the elevator for the first time into the labyrinth that is the Undercity? An entire freaking city, guys, located beneath these haunted woods. Hell yeah, dude. I love Tirisfal Glades for so many reasons. Always have. The class quests are fun. There's lots of lore Easter eggs scattered throughout the zone. Gunther Arcanus is still an unfinished storyline since his introduction in Classic WoW. If you don't know who I'm talking about, this guy on the island lore-wise, after you recruit him to the Forsaken, he's been teaching the Forsaken and the Horde necromancy ever since. Yet we still can't play necromancers after 20 years. What gives, Blizzard? The Agaman Mills family crypt questline is absolutely wonderful. The vibe of the zone with the Forsaken trying to struggle and find their new place in the world. For those reasons, and of course the fact that my first character in WoW was an undead, I just can't help but give Tirisfal Glades the #1 spot. And I hope that you all agree. But if you don't, you can share your #1 down in the comment section below. Guys, a big shout out to the channel members who help support this channel. A reminder that you can catch me live right here on YouTube or on Twitch throughout the week. And I will wish you all a very good day of adventuring in Azeroth. Those were the 10 best zones in Classic World of Warcraft.